as you all know, I am Mo from Nexi Concepts Limited, and it is so good to see you all again. Yeah, I was just here last week and I'm here again this week, and I just want to say it's an amazing field. I'm always so excited to be here. Thank you so much for joining in right now. I can imagine how busy you are, but thank you so much for being here today. The topic we're about to discuss on is January 2022 or spring intake admissions in Ireland. As you all know that admission process is actually ongoing right now. As a matter of fact, people have started putting in their application right now. Like students have actually started putting in their applications right about now. I hope you all can hear me. Hi, thank you so much for joining. Okay, so students have actually started putting in their applications right now, and it's always safe to say that if you're looking to go in for January 2022 in Ireland, then it's advisable that you start now. You understand what I mean? Because, okay, the truth is this: there are some courses that are available for spring intake, and there are some that are not. Because most courses, just like in UK, most courses are actually available in September, and that is autumn. But there are some universities that take some courses that are available for students in January. So for January 2022, yes, you can apply. As a matter of fact, we have people that are already started applying right now, because a lot of people think that it's only for September, because a lot of people don't know that there are some courses that are actually available for January. So, but I'm here to tell you that there are some courses that are available for January. And just like I said last week, there are processes to these things. In order for you to have a smooth sail of process to go in for January 2022, then it's advisable that we start now. You understand what I mean? Okay, like I said last week as well, that there are two processes to this thing. We have the admissions process, and then we have the schools process. In the admissions process is where we come in, where we at Nexi Concept Limited will actually help you through your admissions process, like helping you to go through your documentation and ensuring that your documents are actually in line with what exactly it is that you want to go and study, in line with the progression that you actually want to make for your future. We need to go through your documents. We need to be sure that you have the right amount of budget. We need to be sure that you have all the fundings that are necessary for you to actually embark on this journey of your career growth. So we need to put all these things into consideration, go through what you studied in school as your background, and then what you do right now as your work experience, and then we need to know exactly what it is that you want to do for your future. So it's always safe to say that in the admissions process, we help you by having a direct communication with you to go through all these things together. So that, and we don't intend to leave you at any particular point in time. I hope you know that we actually intend to put you through the whole process and show you through the whole process, even until you get there to Ireland to study. So that is where we come in. So we would always say that you should please send us a DM, and we'll definitely get in touch with you in respect to studying in Ireland. Please, if you have any questions, you can always drop your questions in the comment section. I'll be sure to attend to them as soon as I'm done with the presentation. Okay, so in respect to the second phase of it is the school. So we have the schools process, and like you all know, like we always say that IELTS is always very important, right? So for going to Ireland in general, you definitely need IELTS. It's actually very important. You need a form of English proficiency. Even if it's not IELTS, you could do Duolingo and every other English proficiency that you know that is acceptable. So if you want to do that, it's always safe to say that you should start doing that now. So by now, we have actually started going through, by now, this is September, right? September, October. We have actually started going through, we should have started going through your documentations, ensuring that you have the proper documents. We know that you have the school in mind that you actually want to go to. We ensure that, okay, the English proficiency that you need to write, you've already put that in place into the process of actually writing it. So within September, October, right about now, we should start considering all this. Hence the reason why we say submit your documents to us as soon as possible, so that we'll know that yes, you're actually ready to study in Ireland. And you know that Ireland is actually an amazing place to be right now. They encourage diversity and inclusion, and it's a peaceful place. It's actually a very peaceful place, and the culture is also very, very amazing. You get to see a whole lot of things in respect to studying in Ireland. So it's not just about the studies now, it's about meeting people of different culture, being able to associate with people, being able to see a lot of their landmarks, and so many beautiful places that you can be by just studying in Ireland. So it's an amazing place to be. So why not study in Ireland? You know what I mean? So for the schools process now, we ensure that we have all your, like I said, we ensure that we have all your documents in place. Sending us a DM will let you know what is actually required for you to be able to study in Ireland. Also, we need to put into consideration something very, very important, which is the admissions deadline. So around this time, while we are actually helping you to look for the school that you will go to look for making sure that the school goes in line with what you studied, ensuring that you're following through the due process, we need to be put into consideration the deadline for these schools that you actually want to apply to. Like I said, it is not all schools that are actually available for January 2022. It's not all courses that are available, and it's not all schools that actually take these courses that are available. So we have to help you look through the courses that are available for you to study, and also we need to put into consideration the deadline for these courses that you want to study. It is actually very important. So we need to know that while we are actually helping you to check through the school, we need to know that, okay, we need to put in your application before the deadline is actually being met. Okay, take for instance now, National University of Ireland in Galway, their own deadline is February 1st. So we have different schools with different deadlines in respect to getting your process, your administration, and in respect to you being able to be admitted into a university in Ireland. So we need to put all that into consideration. So by this time, September, October, you should be thinking about checking through and ensuring that you have your IELTS, which is the student, the academic IELTS and not general. Ensuring that you have your academic IELTS and not general. So ensuring that you have that and all necessary documents are actually in place. So we say by October, November, even as at now, ensuring that you have all that. While you're writing your exam, we're already thinking of, okay, helping you to put in application. So within now and October, say November, we're already putting in your application and we are waiting to hear back from the school, if you know what I mean. So it's always actually very, very important that we put all this into consideration. Also, like I said, that will help you to make sure that we gather your documents by, say, October, November. We are already gathering your documents. We are already putting into the particular school you want to go to, even if it's a college you want to go to. We are putting in your application into those schools, and we're waiting to hear back from the school. So the earlier you put in your application, the faster we'll be able to get back from the school on time, if you know what I mean. Also, now by, say, that November, around that November, let me say now, like around that October, November, we're already thinking of you getting an offer from the school. Now you could actually get a conditional offer, and you can actually get an unconditional offer. If you get an unconditional offer with the school, then you can progress to making your payment of your tuition fee. And if you remember that I told you at some point in time, I think I told you last week as well, that your tuition fee for Ireland is actually paid in full. So the deposit that you're supposed to pay is actually paid in full. So you need to put that into consideration, that your tuition fee is paid in full. Now that is for those that are actually going for MSc. But for those that are going for their PhD, they can, for Ireland, your tuition fee is paid in full. Yeah, I was actually talking about for dependents. For dependents now, for those that are actually going for MSc, they cannot take their dependents. You know what I mean? So, but for those that are going for a PhD, they can take their dependents with them. But we would advise that you apply to the school yourself for those that are going for PhD, and then we can help you with your visa processing. Or you can definitely take your dependents if you are going for PhD with Ireland, but your tuition fee for all is paid in full, if you know what I mean. So we check through that to ensure that if you have a conditional offer around October, November, you are really looking to making sure that your conditional offer is being met, so that you can get an unconditional offer with the school. And please, let's have in mind that even before now, count, say December backward, 6 months, you should have started gathering your bank statement, putting that into consideration. So which means that even long before now, you should have had a plan in mind, knowing fully well that, okay, what I actually want is January 2022. So in respect to, for your visa processing, the bank statement that is actually required, you need to have had that into consideration when you were thinking about your budgeting, knowing fully well how much is actually going to be needed, how much you intend to spend for your schooling. So we need to put that into consideration. So you need your 6 months bank statement also ready, like have it in your hand while you're actually thinking about doing all these things and putting all these things in place. So say by November, December, the university would have actually gotten back to you within that November, December. Obviously, the university would have gotten back to you, and when they do, they would either, like I said, either give you a conditional or a non-conditional. Then you pay. And then for some universities, which is not all, but for some universities, you would have to do an interview with them. So for these interviews, we'll definitely prep you through those interviews that you have to do. So not all though, but for some, you have to do an interview with them, and then we'll prep you through the interviews that you have to do. But the truth is, I don't know what is actually keeping you, and I don't know what is making you wait, but the truth is that you really need to start putting in your process for admissions for January 2022 right now, and you should have started thinking about that long before now. Like I said before, please, if you have any questions, you could always put it in the comment section. I'll be sure to answer it. So also, we would like to advise that if you want to go for January 2022, you should get your TB test done as well. It's also very important that you put that into consideration, that your TB test is actually being done. That you go and book for your TB test now. You can go to IOM office near you, either in Lagos or in Abuja, but ensure that you go for your TB test. And like I said last week, that is actually that. Okay, so sorry about that. We had a network issue. It was actually reconnecting, so I had to give it a pause. Thank you for still holding on. Thank you so much for holding on. So sorry about that once again. So what was I saying? In respect to by November, December, we're already thinking about putting in, ensuring that you've made your payments for your tuition fee. And like I said before, that some tuition fees are non-refundable. So please have this at the back of your mind, that the moment you've paid, for some schools, not all schools. So we need to ensure that we know the particular school that you're going to, that would say, once you have paid, you're not refunding. You know what I mean? So please have this at the back of your mind when you're about to make your payments to the school. So, but like I said before, that the earlier you start putting in your application for January intake, the better. That we should start putting in our applications right about now. Hi, I see you joining in. Hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. Hi. Like I said before, that if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment sections. This is about you wanting to study in Ireland. If Ireland is your dream school, if Ireland is your dream country, why don't you see yourself going there? Do you understand what I mean? So why don't you just see yourself going there and just send us a DM. We will definitely see how we can put you through in respect to you studying in Ireland, if you know what I mean. So if you see yourself being there, if you see yourself progressing in your future. Hi, I'm saying hi to you too. If you see yourself progressing in your future in Ireland, send us a DM and let's just start your process as soon as possible, because the truth is that time is really running out, and most especially for January 2022. We really don't have much time. You might think that January is just far away, but the truth is it's in less than 4 months or thereabouts. So please, the earlier the better. Let's try as much as possible to send in our documents as soon as possible. Send us a DM so that we will know that you are interested in studying in Ireland, and we'll definitely see how best we can help you to make your dreams come through. So by say December, January now, we are thinking about processing your visa. Do you understand? You see how seamless it is. The most important thing is making hay while the sun shines, ensuring that all the processes are in place by now. So if we do all this in time, then we will not have students that come at maybe in January and they are saying, you know what, I actually want to start applying. Like I said, we need to remember that there are some deadlines that are actually in place here. So some deadlines are actually in place. So while we are thinking of applying, we need to consider the deadlines as well. So the earlier the better, if you know what I mean. So we're already considering your visa by say November, December. We are processing your visa already, if you know what I mean. So and this will help with your processing and all of that. And then by say January, February, we are doing your ticketing, and then you are ready for departure. Also, we would also like to state that for your accommodation, you could decide that, you know what, I actually want to get my accommodation from here. So if you do that, we should always apply for you. We'll put you through in respect to how you go about it. Not to worry about that. We'll put you through in respect to how to go about it, and you could put in for your accommodation from here. If say you actually want to stay outside campus, you could always do that, if you know what I mean. And so in respect to that, and we'll also advise that you have like a card, like a debit or credit card with you that would help with your spending when you're in school. This would also help to guide you with a seamless process towards studying in Ireland. Also, just to whet your appetite, I would like to give you some courses that I know that could actually be available to you in Ireland. So we have like MBA, we have sciences, we have arts, we have management, we have information technology, we have education and training, we have engineering, we have medicine and healthcare in Ireland, we have banking and finance, we have law, and guess what? We have hospitality and tourism in Ireland. So the truth is, now the thing is, like I said, we have different courses that are mouth-watering in Ireland, and that's the truth. But if the particular course you want to go for isn't available for January, we could always put you in for September. And as a matter of fact, while we are doing that, you could start counting your bank statement, so it's still a win-win, if you know what I mean, because you still need the 6 months bank statement. You can start counting that. So whatever it is that you need in respect to ensuring that your process in Ireland is actually smooth sail, we are here to help you make that come true. Do you understand what I mean? So please send us a DM as soon as possible, and let's help you make your dreams come through. And also with respect to the fees for Ireland, from 13,000 euros upward is how much is actually always required for you to have. So just have it at the back of your mind that you're looking at, say, 13,000 euros upward for those that want to study their MSc and all that. So then, depending on where you want to go to, say you want to do your undergraduate, you want to go to a college, you want to go for MSc, whatever challenges it is that you have in respect to studying, just send us a DM and we'll definitely see how we can help you to make that come true, if you know what I mean. So basically, I don't know, I really don't intend taking much of your time today, if you know what I mean. I don't intend taking much of your time. I just wanted to just put you through like a progression from what I was talking about yesterday, last week, like a progression from what I was talking about last week, that studying in either Ireland, UK, US, Canada for January 2022, the process is actually ongoing. The process is ongoing, so please send us a DM as soon as possible, and let's see how we can help you make that dream come through, if you know what I mean. So I would definitely like to go through your questions and see questions that are actually available for me to answer. So if you have any more questions, please just leave them in the comment section. Let me see how best I can actually answer your questions. Sorry, please give me a minute. Okay, so I just want to go through, and then I could actually ask someone to join and just say hi to me. Okay. Sorry. Olatunji Cakes or something. You said I'm here and I got some questions to ask. Please ask me your questions, or you could always send a DM and then we'll definitely be ready to answer your questions in respect to studying in Ireland. You know, so please let me just go through. I just want to see if there are questions that I could actually answer. I see someone's requesting to join. Let me see if I can actually add you to join also. After January, what's the next intake? Okay, yeah, so we have September as well. So if you don't go for January, you could always go for September. And January intake is actually called the spring intake. Then the autumn intake is called the September intake. Like I said, not all the courses are actually available for this. So if say January 2022 is not available for you, you could take that time to say, you know what, okay, I never knew that the bank statement is actually 6 months. Okay, let me just use that time to actually gather myself together, arrange one or two things, ensure that my bank statement is all ready, all my documents are ready, I want to get my transcript, I want to get this and that, and then I put in and I arrange everything for September 2022. So you could say you want to do that. But for those that really want to go now for January, this is for you, and I'm saying that please send in your documents as soon as possible, ASAP, so that we can start processing your applications as soon as possible for you to be able to get your required dreams come through, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question though. Okay. The next working day, but it costs more. Okay, so Teddy B is saying, is it true that embassy offer a service where you can get your study visa the next working day, but it will cost more. I'm trying to understand your question though. But whatever services the embassy is actually offering, we would definitely help to convey that to you. But in respect to you, definitely get your study, you get your study visa and you get to work while you study. I don't know if that is what you mean. You get to work while you study, and then you definitely get your study visa. I want to try and understand the question very well. Offer a service where you can get your study visa the next working day, but it costs me. Okay, for you to be able to get it the next working day, I'll have to find out about that for you though. But all I know is that you can definitely get to work while you study. But for you to now get it immediately, it's what I would have to find out for you. So just send me a DM, and then I'll make inquiries about that for you, and then I'll let you know about that. But you definitely get your 2 years post-study work visa, and then you get to work. But for them to be able to say they want to process it for you like over the next day, that I'll have to find out for you, and then I'll let you know. Teddy, I hope that answers your question though. Yeah, I see you and I'm waving back at you. Okay, so do I need transcripts if what I have is an ordinary diploma? Yes, you do. DN, great. You need your transcripts, please. You need your transcripts. You definitely do. It's only some schools in UK would actually process you without your transcript. But you definitely, if you have a diploma, you need to get your certificate for the diploma, and then you need your transcript for the diploma. If you want to know more about those schools in UK that actually process without transcript, just send us a DM, and then we'll let you know about them. That you'll be able to go in without your transcript to school, you know. So we could actually get that for you. Someone is actually requesting, I'm looking to computing. Do I need to use my national diploma to apply, or just my WAEC? Now you can use you can actually use great, you can use your national diploma to apply, but you get a BSc. You are applying for a BSc, direct BSc, so you can actually use your national diploma to apply, get your certificate and get your transcript. So at the discretion of the school, you could actually get direct, you could get a direct year 1 or year 2, depending on at the discretion of the school. You can get a direct year 1 or year 2, but most of the time with your national diploma, you can still definitely apply, but it gives you a higher advantage when you're trying to apply. It gives you a higher advantage. So if you have that, then you get it, and then we can put in your application with it. So someone says the TB test site isn't responding. Is there any other way one can book? Okay, so if the TB test, I would advise that you keep trying for the TB test site, keep trying. But also you can go there, go to check their address online and go there. So just go there and see if it will be possible for you to do a walk-in. If it's possible, then you're lucky. But if not, then keep trying, please. I know, like I said, that was why I said, if you know that it's the validation for the TB test is for 6 months. So if you know that you really do want to travel, and it is in your plan, it's in your pipeline, okay, I definitely want to travel, just calculate 6 months to the time you want to travel, and please get your TB test done as soon as possible. The reason why I am hammering on this is because I know that the place is actually clogged right now. Do you understand? So that's why we encourage that our students keep going there till you make sure that you get it done. And like I said, even if you are going with your dependents, everybody is actually going to get their TB test done. It's actually very, very important. So now let me see if I can actually to someone right now. I hope that you've been able to get 1 or 2 things from all these that I've said. It's more like the continuation from what I spoke about last week in respect to you studying for January. The truth is that what are you waiting for though? Application is actually ongoing. We are processing right now, and we are waiting for you to make a decision. So we're really eagerly waiting for you. Someone is saying, with my HND, can I get a top-up here? Of course, why not? With your HND, you can get a top-up BSc, definitely. So please send us a DM. Yes, top-up. So with your HND, you get 1 year top-up, and then you automatically get a BSc. Yes, that's how it works. So with that. So and then for some schools now, if you have if you work in a managerial position and you've been working for over 5 years in a managerial position, you with your HND, you have a managerial position that you've been running for over 5 years. You could always go for, that's for UK anyways, a particular school that you can get a direct MSc.
But I'm going to tell you the school. If you want to know more about that, you send us a DM and then we'll tell you about it. Imagine. But you need to have 5 years working experience in a managerial position. It's very, very important. You understand what I mean? Please, can I ask you some questions? Yes, you can. And if you think that the questions you want to ask is actually much, you can send a DM or just send a DM and then we'll definitely answer you, or you'll be directed to me and then I'll answer all your questions if you understand what I mean. So if you just send a DM, all your questions will be answered. If your questions are actually much in respect to you studying and you have some challenges and all of that, and for those that have actually gotten admissions already, those that say, you know what, I actually want to apply myself. I can't wait for the agency to go through for me, and I want to apply myself. And they've applied themselves and they've gotten their offer already. Like I always say, we could always help with the official processing. We could always help with that. And so just send us a DM like, okay, I've actually got an admission, I'm confused, what do I do next, and all of that. We could always help to answer those questions for you, if you know what I mean. So that's that. So I'm actually saying, I want to see if I can actually just allow someone to join me, and let's just have a small chat. Let me see if I can do that. If I can do that, that would be great. That would be really, really great. It would be great to chat with you. So please just send me a request. If you really want to chat with me, if you want to chat with me, send me a request. Let's chat. I think I have a little bit of more time in my hands right now, so I could actually do that. Okay, so someone says, what if you don't have money to start or apply? That one is genge. To be honest, it's actually serious genge because you need funds. You really, really need funds. You need funds. Like, and one thing you would always consider, no matter how much watering the place you want to go is, you need funds. So, like I always say, ensure that you know the budgets that you have, so that you don't get stuck along the way and you feel like, oh my goodness, why did I even start in the first place? You know what I mean? So you need to understand what you're getting into, ensure that you have all your funds ready for you to be able to do this, and make your dreams come true. I want to see if I can actually allow someone to just chat me up. Okay, I want to see if I can actually allow someone to just chat me up, and then let me see if I can chat with someone and just say hi. So so that's that about that. Let me just see if I could actually chat with someone and say hi before I run. But I hope that this has actually been extremely educative and you've been able to get one or two things from all that has been said in respect to studying in Ireland. So we are here for you to help you through the whole process from the beginning to the end with no stones unturned, ensuring that you go through to Ireland. For those that are just joining, which I will soon be running off, thank you so much for being here. It's been really, really great. It's been really amazing to have you. I see you, and I'm waving back at you. Thank you so much for being here. It's been amazing. So, but like I always say that for January 2022, please send in your documents as soon as possible. Ireland is an amazing place to be, and I don't know what you're waiting for though, but you need to send in your documents as soon as possible. And let's just help to make your dreams come true in respect to studying in Ireland. Okay, so I couldn't allow the person to join in, so I guess I have to go because I couldn't allow someone to join in. I don't know, there's something wrong with the network today. And apologies once again for the network that cut off the other time. Apologies about that, and thank you so much for having me. It's been really, really great. Okay, yeah, so someone is asking that do you guys charge a fee for your services or are they free? Okay, the truth is this, the process for studying in Ireland could be actually really, really quite daunting. And we need to ensure that we help through the process. So we do, for Ireland, we do charge a fee. And we'll discuss about the fee when you come on board to study with us. I mean, to not study with us, to use us as your agents to work with you in respect to making your dreams come true. We'll definitely let you know about the fee. It's not so much. But for UK, it's free. Our services for UK is free, but for Ireland, we do charge with just a little bit of charge. You know what I mean? But the charge is also is just to ensure that we are sure that you really, really do want to take this on. You know, because the truth is that we have a lot of time wasters out there. They just come, they ask questions, you start the application, they get the offer, and then they go. I have a lot of experiences like that with UK, and then they go and then they tell you, you know what, okay, I actually have to remember. But the truth is, even if it is a small amount of money that you put into something, you will know that, okay, yes, I've actually invested into this thing, and I must make sure that I see it through. Do you understand what I mean? No matter how small, but for UK, it is free. So we have a lot of that in UK, where you have students that we've done the application for and everything, and then they come and they change their mind. But so we do charge for it, but not so much in respect to the charges. It's something that you definitely can afford. So, but if you really are interested in studying in Ireland, and you know how beautiful Ireland is, and you've heard so much about Ireland, then I don't see a reason why you wouldn't want to go, if you know what I mean. Because charge is nothing, it's nothing compared to the experience that you have by studying in Ireland. Okay. Yeah, so for your statement of account, we could actually help with that. Dimeji. Sorry, I mean, we could help we could help with putting you through in respect to your statement of accounts, showing you what it is that you need to have in that account. Like, the way we would help you is this. We'll help you to ensure that the amount that is needed in your account is exactly what you need. And then we'll help you to ensure that the transactions that are needed to be made in that account is at par with exactly what is required by the embassy. Do you understand? So, and then in respect to, I don't know, we will see how we can help you one way or another. Do you get? But we need to be sure that you are really interested in studying. We need to see you and see your documents and everything, and be as we go through the process of helping you to get your admissions and everything, and then showing you exactly how the bank statement is meant to be able to see. In respect to that, generally, is how we help you. We help you to see that, okay, this is exactly what is required in order for your conditions to be met. I don't want to say too much. I don't want you to force me to say too much. So I'm trying to choose my words carefully. So that is how best we're actually going to help you. We'll see how we can help you. We need you to come on board for us to be able to help you to ensure that you're doing the right thing. If you know what I mean. I hope that answers your question without me saying too much. But if you want to know more about the major, send us a DM, and then we'll definitely get in touch with you and let you know more about the whole process, how it goes and everything. Oh, someone says, okay, you're just coming in the slide now. And okay, yeah, and I'm actually, it's so good to have you. I'm so happy to see you, Queen. But the truth is that I'm actually about to leave. So do me a favor, Queen. Send us a DM in respect to the questions that you have. It's be directed to me, and then I'll be able to answer your questions. I hope that's fine, because I'm actually running. So for those that have other questions to ask, kindly send us a DM. And the DMs, it will definitely be directed to me, and then I'll be able to answer your questions if that is fine. You know what I mean? So that I can actually help to enlighten you and broaden your mind and your perspective, your mind and perspective in respect to studying in Ireland. I hope that's fine. I see you joining in. I'm actually about to go. Anna, you don't want me to go. I'm actually about to go. But thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, so Queen, please do that. Send me a DM, and I'll see how best we can actually in depth answer your questions. You know what I mean? Because I know that you have a lot of questions to ask, and we don't really have much time here to be answering all those questions. So please send a DM with your questions and to direct it to me, and I'll see how best to answer you. But I hope that this session has actually been extremely educative and insightful with respect to your studies in Ireland. So please make A while the sun shine, like we always say. Send in your documents, send us a DM, let us push you through the whole process, and let's see how best to help you. Say you have any problem whatsoever in respect to your study abroad dreams, please don't hesitate to send us a DM. Send us a DM and let's see how best we can actually help you solve that problem as soon as possible, if you understand what I mean. So it's been really great. Until same time next week, we at Mexico Limited hope to see you again same time next week. So please kindly join, and always try as much as possible to have a chat and send us a question that you have in respect to any challenges that you have. We'll definitely be here to answer your questions. I hope you guys, I hope we'll always see you next week. Same time next week. So please be sure to join us same time next week. Thank you so much for being here. I'm waving back at you. So good to see you. Thank you. All right, take care. Bye.